On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Maqmon. And he slings one that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Maqmon looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Lions have 1 and 6 now. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11. Maqmon going to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quay Walker in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Maqmon. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
That man coverage and decided to test him early. They proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0.
Packers 14, Lions nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Rodgers, a free play.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Thanks to score. Packers 21, Lions nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
21-0 our score after one.
Score. Packers 21, Lions nothing.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.